channel Lighten the Mind. Well, it's Amayo Kill on Lighten the Mind. Remember from the last episode, I said you should stick to that name because you'll be hearing that name very often. So you're welcome to another interesting episode on Lighten the Mind. Please stay tuned and enjoy this beautiful ride. And by the way, we're going to be focusing on family. Yes, family, your family, my family. Yeah, family. So stay tuned and enjoy the ride with me on Lighten the Mind. Well, today, as I said, we're going to be talking about family, and you'll be wondering what possibly do I want to say about family. Well, I have a whole lot to say about family because I belong to a family. Yes, I belong to a family, so definitely I have a whole lot to say about family. But then, to be more specific, I just want to focus on the love of a family. Why do I want to focus on the love of a family? Because as a family member or as a family, let me put it that way, there's no one who is perfect. Growing up, I have been trying so hard to find a perfect family whereby everything is just going so well. But guess what? I found none. But you'll be asking me, how many families really have you met? I don't have to meet a lot of families. I just need to see what's going on in my environment and all that. And that tells me from statistics and all that. Don't ask me how I do the statistics. Yes. So I got to understand that really there is no perfect family. We only just work towards perfection, but there is no such thing as a perfect family. Well, I can tell you for sure that my family is that example. See, I say humorously to my friend that if you have a very small family, you have little cry to cry, if you get what I mean. Like, you don't have to cry too much, and there's less complication in your family than when you have a family of, my family, a family of 7 children, and then my mom and my dad. There should be more complication, but I'm not saying it's the same for every family. My point is, no family is perfect, not minding the number, whether 2 or 3. You can say a family that there's just one child, but then there is always problem from left and right. And then you can see a family, there are 5, but there's always understanding. Not that they don't quarrel, but there is this understanding that they have learned to build over time, and that is where I want to focus on. Seeing that we have established that there is no perfect family, how do you then live in such a place? How do you then cope? How do you grow in such a kind of place? How do you thrive? Me personally, I'm going to give you my own experience growing in a family of 7 children. I am the last of 7 children, and you know what it means for everyone to be all grown up, everyone is elderly and all that. It's not really going to be easy for you to blend in when they always see you as a smaller one and all. But then I just thank God because He has placed me in such a place in my family such that when decisions are made and all that, it kind of passes through me and I feel good, being the last. But it settles that part of the Bible that says the last shall be the first and the first shall be the last. No offense, please. Okay, so in my family, and I'm very sure it happens in other families as well, there are boundaries that we all set, but at one point or the other, we cross the boundaries, we fight, we quarrel. But you know what? All in all, there's always a proof that blood is thicker than water. Do you know why we always make that statement, blood is thicker than water? It's because of the love. It is not just about the blood really, but it is the love that is in that blood that binds us together. No, really, there are certain times that in my family things happen and God, I just want to blow up. I am getting mad and all. But there's a restraining force that pulls me back and it makes me think, real deep. And it only makes me realize that despite this person has done this thing that is bad, he's still my blood. And I love him so much. So despite he did something bad, I really want to see how he can correct it and be better. It is not about apportioning blames, but it's about seeing the problem, acknowledging it's there, but trying to find a solution. Now, if there is a problem and all you do is talk about it, then you are part of the problem. For you to actually feel you are, um, not a problem, then you need to be part of the solution. As a family, a whole lot of things will happen. Your mom will upset you, your dad will upset you, they will say all kinds of things. But it is not about what they do, it is not about their action, it's about your reaction. Okay, they will do all sort of things that really get to your neck, like they will get to your very last nerves. But what will restrain you, what will keep you, it's about your reaction. So we most times focus on the action of people and try to say, okay, now it's not because he did that one, that's why I reacted that way. But no, people's action should not define your reaction. Okay, do not allow people to be able to, second guess, okay, if I do it this way, he's going to react that way. No, you should leave people thinking, so I did this thing to this guy, but still he's not reacting. That kind of thing. Next time you will think twice because he knows that even if I do this thing, it won't really affect this person. Okay, and I really want you all to always, at every given point, thank God for the parents that you have. You should thank God for your mom. I know she can be a bit overbearing, she can be a bit handful. I know your dad can be all bossy sometimes, but you need to always thank God for who they are, for taking care of you, for everything. See, me growing up, I felt my father taking care of me, providing me with everything was a right. I was never appreciative of it. In fact, I was very selfish. Yes, I admit, I was very selfish. It took me a whole long while. In fact, that was after my university days. I cried that night, as in completely throughout that night. I cried. Why? Because I couldn't see the love in everything my dad did. Why? There are other parents out there. They give birth to these children, yes, but they do not take care of them. But here I am, my parents, they brought me to this world and they take good care of me. They give me every single thing. At times, even when they don't have, I don't want to understand because I felt it was a right. I never knew it was just a privilege of them giving that thing to me. There are some parents, I heard them say that the money I have is not for you, it's not to train you, so you have to go and fend for yourself. You can imagine that kind of thing. You being in a family where you're being loved and cared for, you should always thank God for that. Not everyone has that opportunity, not everyone has that privilege. And yes, you will say, what about me? My mom gave birth to me and dumped me somewhere. You should thank God because she brought you to this world. It's because your destiny is too beautiful and cannot be cut short. It is inevitable. And that is why she had to bring you. So you should thank God because you came through her. There are other people who wish they were alive today, but they were aborted. Their destinies were cut short. So you should thank God you are in a foster home. Well, thank God because you are alive, you are there. It means that you have a glorious destiny that you are going to fulfill. Whatever family you find yourself in, do not allow that background to define you. What you should focus on is yourself and God. Because what you focus on is going to reflect in your life greatly. So when you focus on God, then definitely He's going to give you the strength to hold on to help you through trials and temptations and tribulations. I will tell you that my life is a testimony. I'm here today and I'm grateful to God for every single thing that I've gone through and I'm still passing through in my family, but I will never allow that to deter me. I have found forgiveness. Well, I don't want to go too far. Actually, I want to leave this, but as we go on, we'll get to understand how forgiveness, it's not about you saying I forgive, but it's about, when you are faced with forgiveness, as a man of God said, he said, you don't know that you have faith until you are faced with a situation that demands your faith. That is the only time you know you have faith. So as a family, you do not know that you have love. Love is not about saying I love you when all things are going well, but it's being able to say I love you despite seeing the fault in that person, despite seeing the mistakes in that person, despite seeing how badly this person is hurting you and treating you, and yet you say I love you. See, even if that person is the devil, you have weakened him, because despite all the wickedness that he does to you, he still, you still say that I love you, and with all genuinity and sincerity in your heart. My dear, family is love. love is family. And that brings me to say, wherever you find love, that is family. It is not just about blood, but it's about where you find yourself and you are loved. And that is why the Bible puts it that there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother. It is not just about the relationship with blood. Yes, there is a binding with blood, but there is that which you just, you find yourself somewhere and you be like, oh my God, the way they love me, I just feel like this is home. Yeah, that's family. So love is family. Wherever you find yourself, whatever family you find yourself, don't hate on them. You are the solution to that family. God put you in that family not for you to enjoy the ride. No, He put you there to be the solution provider. He put you there to be the peace in that family. You know, we used to do it always. I love it to like, to share, and to subscribe. I believe this has been a blessing to you. And don't forget, click on the notification bell to always get updates on our weekly post and all that. Stay blessed. Have a good week.